So hello everyone, a little bit of a different setup here. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to be kind of talking about the setup just because we have an exciting YouTube video coming up. And so I'm likely going to do in two-part series, this one kind of the pre-setup where we're going to go the information about the park and everything like that. So during the documentary portion of it, you just get to enjoy and really know the preemptive information. And anyone interested in going to this park, I had to do quite a bit of research to kind of figure things out, so it'll be helpful for you. So the plan is we're checking out Tetrahedron Park, and I'm kind of checking out my little notes here that I have. And so I'm really excited. So I'm going with two girlfriends that you've met before. So the first person is Kourtney, pictures, and the second person is Michelle, pictures. You've seen them before when we went to the island last year. So we're doing a different girls trip. We're going to the Sunshine Coast. And so essentially we're taking the ferry from Vancouver, and we're gonna be ferrying over to the Sunshine Coast. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the very first ferry of the day, but that should be okay. And yeah, so that's kind of like the morning setup. And we're gonna be spending about 4 days, 3 nights on the Sunshine Coast around this trail area. So this amazing park is basically run by the Tetrahedron Outdoor Club. So if you're ever doing that, make sure you take a look. These are run by amazing volunteers. They do accept payment for $10 a night per person, or if you're in a family group, you can do $30 per night, depending on it. For non-members, it's $15 as well, and if you're a member, it's $10. You can send it by e-transfer, so I'm going to type it out here. It's like the tetutdoor@gmail.com. You can also do it by mail-in, or you can drop off cash or check at the box located by the trail source of First Sports, whatever, which is another option. We opted to e-transfer, so it's a lot easier, but make sure you do that because they're doing an amazing job in updating the trails and everything like that. So the money can go towards that because obviously it's run by volunteers. And so when I was trying to figure out the road issue and getting there or not, because I do have a four-wheel drive, I drive a 4Runner. They do say four-wheel drive or an all-wheel drive with high clearance. So I'm assuming I can make it up there because I saw, like, it didn't seem crazy. I have gone on some rougher roads, but I'll kind of mention that when I'm actually going up there what the road conditions are truly like. But I haven't seen any sort of major washouts. Knock on wood, no one has made any complaints when I looked it up on All Trails. But they did say that some of the road did have some recent work, which is great to know. So with this portion, I'm going to insert a map kind of so we can see the trails that we're going to be doing. So from the parking lot, we're going to attempt to go up to Steele Cabin. So we'll be passing basically by Edwards Cabin, going up towards there, camping at that hut. Depending if we go up to Mount Steele or not, who knows how we're feeling. Afterwards, we're going to hike back down and go to Edwards Cabin. So do the hike down. From Edwards Cabin, we're going to go around Edwards Lake and check out Batchelor Cabin. And after Batchelor Cabin, we're going to end up going back home to the parking lot and catching the ferry ride over. So I've never been to these cabins. I haven't seen anything too much inside them, but when I went onto the outdoor club thing, they have an amazing section about what's kind of available, so what you can anticipate. So basically they're saying like each cabin has table, benches, sleeping upstairs for lofts, and they can accommodate anywhere from like 10 to 12 people. It's non-reservable, so they say usually weekends, winters, any of that, because it's a big snowshoe thing, is really hard. It's sometimes full, so you'll be toe-to-toe, or you gotta do what you gotta do. They do recommend bringing dishcloths or disposable towels, dish detergent, an extra bag or two to make sure we can take out the garbage if anyone leaves it behind, which we will for sure do. So the estimated time portions for the hike, when I was looking it up, in terms of the parking lot to Steele, I believe it's about like 4 hours hike there, which will then give some time to decompress. I think we're gonna be at the parking lot by 1, so then we'll kind of get there in the later evening, enjoy the sunset. Apparently it's gonna be really nice weather. Essentially to get back from Steele to Edwards, it's gonna be about 2 hours or 1.5, and then from Edwards to Batchelor, I think it's probably gonna be like an hour and something, who knows. And then from Batchelor Cabin back to the parking lot, anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour and a half. So it gives us extra time in the morning to grab breakfast. So that's basically like the idea that I have going into it. So yeah, in terms of what they recommend too, because it's non-reservable, if you want to see what's busy, they really recommend checking out their Facebook page. It's called the Tetrahedron Outdoor Club. and you join it, and that's where I kind of posted. You post the days that you want to go so you have an approximate idea of numbers, which is really helpful to know. Again, some people might not post because social media and stuff like that, they're not using it, but it's really helpful to kind of access those resources. So yeah, so that's kind of the plan in terms of the hike and stuff like that. And so kind of I want to also talk about how we're prepping our food, because we'll be going there for 4 days, 3 nights, 3 girls. How did we kind of organize it? So the second portion I'm going to talk about is our food setup. So I'll be inserting our lovely screenshot of our, I guess, our Excel thingy here. You'll kind of see it. I'll do a quick roll by, but specifically I'll first focus on the food portion. Okay, so the first breakfast day, technically we're gonna have it on the road, so it doesn't really matter. So for lunch day 1, because we'll be on the ferry, our lovely friend Michelle will be packing. She makes the best PB&J sandwiches, so we'll be having that. For dinner, I'll be making backpacker pierogies. So I saw this really cool recipe where it was like, you break up lasagna noodles, you put them in water so when it's boiling, then you add the mashed potato, the powdered mashed potatoes, and then you add basically cut up cheese sticks, sausage, bacon bits, and all that kind of stuff, which I'll show you which ones I'm bringing. Ignore me on my floor, but anyways, here's the bacon bits. I'm gonna package. Everything's still not packaged up nicely. Lasagna, butter, and buttered herbs. For the gnocchi, I got this deal on Amazon where I got a bunch of these like sauces. So I'll be using this for the gnocchi sauce just to make it more flavorful, which will be really tasty. I bought a lot of like random snacks like Nutella biscuits. I got these like Twizzler gummies. These made good. I'm also bringing fucking Metamucil as well, because like I honestly don't want to be super constipated, because I don't know if we're bringing a lot. This one has okay fiber, but we need more. So yeah, I kind of preemptively added that in, but basically Kourtney's going to be doing eggs and hash browns. She got these dehydrated eggs. She sent a video, it looked awesome. Michelle's gonna be bringing lovely sandwiches. I'll insert now the gnocchi, so I'm gonna be doing packets and whatever to make it more flavorful, which will be really good. I made them last time. If we have more pepperoni sticks too, we can add them in for some protein, and then Metamucil. And that's when the pancakes I'm going to be doing. So the pancakes, we're going to be having Kodiak pancakes. Kourtney's bringing syrup. She got a lot of nice packets. We're also going to be doing backpacker poutine, which is going to be awesome for lunch. And then dinner, like a pad thai. Breakfast, we're going to be doing instant oatmeal. And we're getting the fuck out of there. And so who knows, we might grab something from the sun, from downtown. We're going to bring a bunch of snacks that we saw. I'm a big proponent of rum while camping, so we're gonna do our classic swig before. And I think, yeah, Kourtney's bringing these electrolytes to make it like peachy flavor. We have dehydrated fruit, so it was like almost like a sangria, Bellini style kind of thing. Instant coffee, teas, all that yummy stuff. I might bring some, what's it called? What's the word? Matcha as well, which will be yummy. So yeah, I always like seeing what people bring and stuff like that too. So we'll kind of talk a little bit more too about the actual list. So for the backpacks, we're all gonna kind of bring our own backpacks. Some people have more stuff than others we can share, so it's a little bit easier. I bought a Garmin InReach, so I'm gonna bring one as well. You see Kourtney's name, so we haven't updated it properly, but we're bringing headlamps. We wrote tent, but actually you're not allowed to bring a tent into the Tetrahedron. You have to stay in it. So you're not allowed to sleep in tents, there's no dogs, anything like that, because they really want it to be like as untouched as possible, just to stay within the sleeping system, which I totally understand. So all we have to worry about is like actually sleeping bags and sleeping pads. We're bringing a bunch of bear spray. In terms of thing, we're bringing like jet fuel, all that kind of stuff. Jet boil, not jet fuel, what am I saying? Propane. For water systems, we have a bunch. That's that. We kind of are going to organize our clothing then. But yeah, that's just a little bit of an idea. So to just kind of summarize where we're going, how we booked it, our planned route, what we're bringing, and that kind of stuff to preemptively give you an idea of our trip. And so when we're actually recording, you have a bit more idea of how we planned it, because it might be a lot all in one. So I thought this was a little bit easier to manage. And yeah, I just kind of like seeing what people pack too, so it's kind of cool. So you'll see everything packed up afterwards, which will be nice. Yeah, anyways, next time you'll see me after this video, we will be finished the Tetrahedron.